Anyway, this hour is not political. I'm just identifying who she is. So on my weekly fireside chat, I get a video question almost always from a young person somewhere in the world. They say their name, their age, and where they're from. To my pleasant surprise, the young person in the latest is Candace Owens, and I'm going to play it for you. This is her question. Here it goes.
Hi, Dennis. My name is Candace Owens. My age is none of your business, and I live pretty much everywhere, but mostly on a plane. My question for you is this. You attended my wedding, but you forgot to leave sage advice. What would be your advice for newlyweds, especially in such a crazy culture?
Well, so I had to come up with something because this is all spontaneous, basically. The first time I hear the question is 5 minutes before I sit down to do the broadcast. So it's basically as new to me as it is to you. And I said, be as easy to live with as possible. That was my immediate response, and I would still offer it, even on further thought. It's a good one. There are a lot of good ones. So I'm asking you, what would you answer Candace Owens? All right, so next, where were we just, we were both in New York and California. All right, here we go. Orit in Los Angeles, hello.
Hi, Dennis, how are you?
Good, thank you.
So the advice I would give a newlywed couple is that they must have forgiveness. I don't think any marriage would last without forgiveness.
Does I think that's excellent. Does the person whom you're forgiving need to ask forgiveness?
Sometimes, depending on the circumstances.
Well, so what I'm asking is, you want us to forgive the other, and obviously the other to forgive us. Do they do that even if the person has not apologized? Is it sort of unearned forgiveness?
Yes, and I'll tell you why. Sometimes people realize the wrong that they have done or the extent of how they have wronged the person only after the person who was hurt actually approaches and tries to bring closure to the situation. You see, sometimes people wrong us, but they don't realize how much they've hurt us by wronging us in such a way.
So you have to tell them.
You do, but you also have to forgive in order to have a constructive conversation. You see, I was listening to the other advice, and I agree we should be civil and we should try to be as easy as we can. But the truth is that we're human and we're married to other humans, and we're going to mess it up one way or another. And we hurt each other sometimes unintentionally and sometimes intentionally. And if forgiveness is not in the picture, then either the marriage is not going to last or we're going to be two unhappy people in a marriage.
I think it's very, very intelligent. My view is, as in all of life, that people have moral bank accounts. And moral bank account is you make a deposit every time you do something good, and you make a withdrawal every time you do something bad. If there's money in that bank account, in other words, it's not in the red, then the person has a moral bank account with you, which is positive. So why not forgive them? It's when they're in the red, and if you really believe that they're in the red, let's put it that way, that it's a much different story, I think.